All right. This is officially marking about 3 years of traveling. 3 days, 3 years ago, I left Chicago for Dubai, and it was supposed to just be a brief vacation, right? It's supposed to be going for my birthday, which is coming up. I ended up not coming back to the US for a long ass time. And something I wanted to do for a long time. When I was like 20, I kind of realized that I really wanted to just travel the world and explore and just kind of, do new stuff all the time. Because I always like doing new things, right? I think doing the same thing over and over again is kind of boring. So I did it. I ended up doing it. It's been 3 years now. It's low-key still hard to believe for me. Still can't believe it. Been a long, long time. Really long time now. I gotta say, it's been a good time. Really good time. Yeah, I don't regret doing it. Not at all. And I guess I'll kind of tell a story about how I did it. Because I think a lot of other people, I mean, when we're on the live stream and stuff like that, people ask me how I did it, stuff like that. And yeah, it's a lot simpler than people think. I actually did it on accident, so so I mean, yeah, you just gotta just wing it, and it just kind of works out in the end, as long as you believe in yourself and you do what you're supposed to do. So yeah, we'll kind of break that down. I'll see how I did it. So yeah, I mean, I kind of just did it on accident, actually. And yeah, it's funny because man, time flies. Time flies so fast. I'm turning 30 here soon. And I can't fucking believe it. But what I'm starting to realize is everything that I wanted to do when I was like 20 years old, I kind of like made like a plan for myself, right? And everything that I wanted came true. Which is crazy. It's absolutely batshit. It's crazy how like that kind of stuff works, like manifesting and like just kind of like telling yourself what you want. Like it takes a fucking long time, right? It actually took me what, 6 years, 7 years. So I left when I was like 26, right before I turned 27. I mean, it doesn't matter what age you are. It's completely irrelevant. I don't even believe in age. I wanted to do something crazy for my 30th birthday, like go in a helicopter and shoot wild boar and stuff like that. But kind of looking back at what a video I saw about Elon Musk, and he's like, I don't celebrate my birthdays. It basically tells your brain to tell your body that you're getting 1 year older. So I think I'm just not going to do anything for my 30th birthday. And I wanted to do something cool to celebrate because I think 30 was kind of like a little bit old. I think I'm gonna feel a little bit of a midlife crisis, but at the same time, it's like that's whatever. It is what it is, right? It's just, people get older. It's kind of crazy to think about time, how it just never stops, but that's a whole different different thing. But yeah, like I really accidentally ended up traveling the world for 3 fucking years. I went to so many countries, right? Like, started in Dubai, Bali, Thailand, Poland, South Africa, South Korea, Peru, Brazil, what else? Argentina, Chile, Maldives. I went all over the place. Any country that sounded cool or that piqued my interest even a little bit, I just full sent it. And yeah, I didn't even mean to do it. I basically booked my flight to Dubai just for my birthday, right? I just wanted to celebrate my birthday in Dubai because it just sounded cool. I saw like some videos on Instagram and I was like, wow, I need to go see this, right? When I got to Dubai, I realized that I won't get back to the US because I booked a return flight, right? I was only going for 2 weeks. I realized that by the time I get back, my lease would end for my condo in Chicago. So I was like, oh shit. I was like, my lease is ending. Do I want to renew it? I wanted to go to Bali after Dubai. After I was in Dubai, my sister's like, "Oh, you're in Dubai. You should go to Bali." So I was like, "Oh, now I kind of want to go to Bali, and my lease is ending on my condo." So I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna pack up everything and not renew my lease." And I had some buddies that were my neighbors, so they kind of like oversaw the movers. And the first mover ended up scamming me. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'll move everything to storage," and yeah, he ended up just bringing all the heavy stuff, which is good. You know, he didn't actually break anything, which was nice because I was in Miami a few months ago, and I stopped by Chicago to check out on my stuff and see family and stuff, and yeah, he didn't break anything, but but yeah, I paid him after he did the first trip. He's like, "Oh yeah, just send the money and I'll do the second trip." I'm like, "Okay, cool." He does the first trip and then he just disappears. He ghosts me. So I was like, fuck it. So I ended up paying 2 movers. The second mover was good, but yeah, it was kind of bullshit. Fucking hate scammers. But yeah, after that was done, I was like, okay, well, now I don't have to worry about paying rent, utilities, and all that bullshit. So I was like, okay, well, cool. Still have my car, still have, whatever. Like, all right, cool. Well, my monthly expenses dropped by like $4,000. So I was like, fucking great. And I'm in Bali after Dubai, which Dubai was fun, but I think Bali was a little bit cooler, more interesting. Dubai was just, beautiful city, but I wanted to explore, nature and stuff. So I went to Bali, and Bali was super sick. I ended up partying a lot too. And one time I was at this club, and I get a call from my sister, and she's like, "Oh my God, Kyle, Mom was in an accident, a car accident." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Shit, is she okay?" I was like, "Oh yeah, she's totally fine." I was like, "Okay, well, that's good." I was like, "But car's totaled." I was like, "What?" It's a Tesla Model S, right? Like a ludicrous speed or whatever. And it turns out my mom took my car to the grocery store, because I technically gave my car to my sister while I was away. And I totally thought that my sister was going to crash it just because I know how she drives. But no, it turns out my mom went to the grocery store in my car because whatever. And yeah, she's parking in the driveway, and then the car drove itself into the wall. And yeah, whatever. Long story short, car was totaled. I'm in Bali now. I was still planning on coming back. I canceled my return flight when I was supposed to, go back from Dubai. But now I'm in Bali, and I don't know if I booked another return flight just yet. You motherfucker, my cat is scratching the shit out of me. But then, I'm sitting at the club, and I'm kind of drunk, right? I've met some cool people there, because when you're traveling, you just meet so many people, and, everyone's pretty social, as long as you are, right? As long as you just say hi to people, people are like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" You know what I mean? It's cool. Meet a lot of different people from a lot of different countries. But yeah, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, telling my buddy that I just met, I'm like, "Dude, I don't have a condo. I don't have a car. Like, what the fuck?" He's like, "Oh shit, bro." And I was like, "Damn, well, for the longest time, I planned on just traveling the world, right? And the stars kind of aligned for me, right? So I just decided, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna chill in Bali for as long as possible. And yeah, I could only stay there for 3 months or whatever. And I started doing Muay Thai in Bali, and then one guy I met at Muay Thai was like, "Dude, you should go to Thailand. It's like the Muay Thai capital of the world." And I was in Thailand like 11 years ago now, when I was like 18. I took a family trip to Thailand. My sister and my cousins and stuff like that. It was like we all graduated high school, and some of us were in college, but we all took a trip to Thailand to backpack and stuff like that. And I was like, shit, I haven't been to Thailand for, at that time it was like, what, 9 years, 8 years? I was like, shit, yeah, I'll go to Thailand. So I ended up going to Thailand, and my plan was to do Muay Thai, but like a week before my flight to Thailand, I was riding a bike, right? Because in Bali and most Asian countries, uh, mopeds and like scooters are the way you get around. Cars, you know, you can't take a car, but you usually ride a bike. And I ended up dumping my bike like a retard. Like it was just like the stupidest accident like ever. I was like texting and then went over like some speed bump and the bike kind of like turned super hard and I just ended up falling and the bike fell on my foot and kind of like bent it like that. And yeah, long story short, I basically couldn't walk for 3 weeks. I had to get crutches. I was on crutches in the airport, or like I got the wheelchair or whatever, the wheelchair service. And I went to Thailand, and I was like, well, fuck, there's no way I'm doing Muay Thai here. So I ended up just partying more, and ended up meeting a girl, and that girl I liked, thought she was a good girl. Yeah, she ended up being a pretty good girl. It's the same girl I'm still with right now to this day. It's been here 3 years, 2.5 years. But long story short, I had a good time in Thailand. Ended up going to Poland to visit my family, and yeah, I ended up leaving this girl in Thailand, and actually when I was leaving, I was like, yes, I was like, finally, like this girl talks so much. I was just kind of annoyed. I was like, yes, I finally get some peace and quiet. But then she came with me to the airport and like kissed me goodbye. She was crying when I was like walking away, like going through security and stuff, where she couldn't follow me anymore. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get some peace. And then I walked through security. By the time I got to the end, I saw her still like in the distance, and then I felt something in my heart. I'm like, oh shit, there's this girl already. I was like, well, shit. We'll see what happens, whatever. I flew to Poland, and yeah, the whole time I was in Poland, I was texting her and stuff like that, and yeah, we ended up reconnecting after a few months in South Africa, and we went on this giant world tour. We went to so many countries, and now I'm back in Thailand, and yeah, it's been a trip. And the way that I did it, it's like everyone thinks it's like so hard and like such a big deal, and it is, right? Because you kind of leave your family and leave everything that you know, and you just kind of like go out on your own, right? I had my friend in Dubai when I went for my birthday, but when I went to Bali, I was by myself. It was my first time solo traveling. It was terrifying, right? I just didn't know what to do. But after a while, I got used to it, and yeah, it was like super like freeing, like releasing, and like you learn a lot about yourself. You know what I mean? Like what you're scared of, and learn how to do things you really don't want to do. And I think that's like the biggest thing that traveling has taught me. Not only did I experience a fuckload of cultures and kind of like learn more about the world itself, but it kind of helped me turn into something that like helped me grow as a person, right? And the way that I did it, it's like it was an accident. You know what I mean? It wasn't even like an expensive thing, right? A lot of people think that it's like super expensive to travel and like this and that, and it can be expensive, but people do it all the time, especially from European countries and Australia and stuff like that. People travel all the time on like a super tight budget. So that's like the number one excuse that I've heard from people that like text me, like my old friends, like, oh, I just don't have the money for it, or oh, I gotta go to work, stuff like that. I started my own business when I was 20, and so I always worked for myself. After I quit my job selling cars, my business kind of started doing well, but there's remote jobs. You could work from anywhere in the world nowadays. So if you really wanted to do something like this, then you could just do it. And it doesn't even cost that much money. Like I got super lucky, and ended up making a shitload of money from trading before I left, trading options. But I ended up having a fuckload of debt and bills and stuff like that, so I paid it all off. So half the money that I made from trading was kind of gone. College bills, car bills, all that kind of stuff. I paid it all off. But yeah, I mean, I ended up losing a lot of that fucking money. So in my bank account, like I just didn't have that much money. So I mean, it definitely wasn't expensive. You know what I mean? It was more expensive for me to live in Chicago, paying $4,000 a month for rent, plus $100 a night at restaurants, $300, $500 going out to a club or something like that, trying to hang out with girls or whatever. It was way more expensive than doing it anywhere else. And it was just the same shit on repeat. It was boring as hell. Literally this. I mean, like the cool thing was like anywhere I went, I was like, oh, I know that guy. You know what I mean? Like, so it was familiar people, but at the same time, it was kind of boring after a few years. I mean, it was just too repetitive. So. Like low key, I think traveling is one of the best things I ever did for myself because now it's like I have basically everything I could ever want, and that everything that I did want when I was 20, and I'm turning 30, and it's like, holy fuck, everything just came together for me, and it's like it's kind of unbelievable how life works because for so long I didn't go to parties. When I was younger, like all my friends were still going to clubs and stuff like that. And I just sat at home and I was just working and grinding and stressed out like hell, just kind of like focusing on my future, which is what I think all men need to do in their 20s. It's like while girls go and party, you know what I mean? Like the thing about men is you got to build yourself to have value, right? While girls, if they're hot, they kind of just get like a free pass. But the good thing about being a man is if you do put in that time and you do grind it out, you only have to do it for a few years potentially, right? And then you're set for the rest of your life. While girls, they're kind of like, ticking time bomb by the time they, break their 30s, kind of like I'm doing right now. They're not as young, not as hot. Hopefully they made some good decisions in their life. They're not ran through like crazy. And they found a husband and they settled down and stuff like that. But if they didn't, then it's going to be kind of tough for them, right? Because that's not really what men want. They don't want old girls that, had 20,000 bodies or whatever. That's what society wants girls to think that they should do, you know what I mean? Have a job as a CEO of a shoe company and not have babies and stuff like that, which I think is completely super sad, but that's a whole different topic. But yeah, I mean, I really just fucking locked in my 20s. And it didn't seem like I was making progress at the time, right? Because I was still struggling hard as fuck. My bills were racking up. I had college debt. I had this debt, all this debt, whatever. Lost a bunch of money trading my first few years. And it just seemed like I was just doing terrible with my life. I was like, I'm so fucking cooked, right? That's what I thought. I thought I was. But then you fast forward a few years and holy shit, everything just came together. And it's just like, it's kind of like a sigh of relief. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so crazy how things just literally fall into place as long as you just do what you're supposed to do, right? Like I went to the gym, I took care of myself, I, helped my family, my girlfriends, whatever. I did everything that I thought I was supposed to do at the time, and fucking, yeah, the rewards just come at the end, and like, it may not seem like you're making progress, but you really are making progress. As long as you're not fucking sitting there doom scrolling forever, avoiding every little thing that you should do, because your brain will literally tell you what you need to do. Like, you'll have a thought pop in your head, like, oh, I should do this. And a lot of people will be like, yeah, I should do this, but I'm gonna sit here and scroll or, bullshit. As long as you listen to that, like one little thought that just pops in your head about what you should do, as long as you actually do it, then I truly believe you will get whatever you truly desire in life, because that's what happened to me. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about everything, everything that's happened in the past fucking 10 years now that I'm turning 30. Crazy. Super crazy. I really didn't think I was gonna make it this far, to be honest, because before I turned 20, I was a bad fucking kid. I did a lot of bad stuff, hung out with a lot of people that, had an influence on me, and, I kind of like grew up with the rap culture, so I thought that shit was cool, but looking back at it, it's not cool. It was just stupid, so degenerate, and so dangerous. I really didn't think I was gonna make it this far. But sure as shit I did, so I'm happy about it. I had a lot of wake-up calls in my life involving jail, rehab, stuff like that. Like, it was a fucking mess when I was younger. But those were the choices I made, right? I was thinking something was cool and exciting when it just wasn't. It was just fucking dangerous, deadly, and sad. Really, really fucking sad. One of the saddest times of my life. And a lot of people I grew up with just aren't around anymore. They died when we were younger, or died a few years ago. So if anyone thinks like selling drugs, carrying around guns, robbing people, that kind of stuff, that shit is so fucking stupid. And it's just so sad. Like, if you decide to go that path, it's the saddest path you could ever take. And it's one of the loneliest, because you can't trust anyone. It's just terrible. Nobody should do that shit. Nobody should do it. So sad. But assuming, you did take that path, you could always get out of it. You could change your life. You could change your life anytime you want. You could do whatever the fuck you want in life. You really can. So, yeah, I mean, that's my message to everybody. Yeah, hopefully you get something out of this. I mean, it blows my fucking mind how fast time goes. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the next 10 years, because damn, now I have a whole new list of things that I want. So we'll see if it comes true 10 years from now, or maybe 5 years from now. Stay beautiful, everyone. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys live. Peace out.